Sorry, Shion. What did you say? Takano and Tomitake died last night. Takano was burned to death. Tomitake committed suicide. I heard about it this morning. I overheard my father talking with one of my relatives on the phone. As I expected, Keiichi doesn't know anything about what happened after Watanagashi last night. It's not a surprise that the media is not covering this story. It's been like this since the first incident happened. Keiichi insists that unless he hears about it on the news, he can't believe it. But the investigation of the series of mysterious deaths is done secretly now. Of course, he didn't hear it on the news. The head of the village and several senators in the Sonozaki family warned the police department. So you're saying that they aren't publicizing their deaths? You're right. The police department are still doing the investigation. But the investigation is completely confidential, so it's very limited. It's as if they're not allowing them to do the investigation. I can't believe your story. Someone died, but they are trying to keep it a secret? Bottom line is that they won't publicize the deaths of the night of Watanagashi. That's a ridiculous story. Kei-chan, remember how I told you before the villagers are the ones who are causing the curse of Oyashiro-sama? That's the whole point. It's as if in Hinamizawa, murder is allowed on the night of Watanagashi. That's right. There's the truth about the series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa, also known as the curse of Oyashiro-sama. On the day of Watanagashi, 2 people will be killed as the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Those people are using the curse of Oyashiro-sama as an excuse to kill one victim and make another disappear. That's when the curse of Oyashiro-sama takes place. That's what happens in Hinamizawa, and that is what happens with the curse. What Kimiyoshi said is all true. Spreading out the idea that the enemy from the damn conflict deserves to die is what's causing all of this. This is what vague command system of the Sonozaki family created by Oryu. One thing that needs to be mentioned about this command system is that the person who gives the orders and the one who executes them don't connect. Oryu, the one who gives the orders, doesn't give them tangibility. All she has to do is to expect it. Any of her relatives fight for a chance to satisfy her expectation. They don't have to try aggressively. They can try passively. But once they take Oryu's intentions into account, they all have the potential of becoming the one to execute her order. Therefore, Oryu will never know who actually executed her order, and none of the relatives know that either. But they all know things will conclude just as Oryu wanted, and they can guess it was one of their relatives who did it for her. Their passive support system is very powerful, and it spreads all over the village. Its ties have become even tighter after the dam conflict. Anyone can be the one to execute. Therefore, everyone supports and aids each other. If somebody does something, then the others try to satisfy Oryu's expectation in different ways. For example, they come up with false evidence, or they passively interfere with an investigation. Even if they don't know exactly whom they are protecting, they work together to protect whoever it is. That's right. Now I have finally figured out this series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa, also known as the curse of Oyashiro-sama, works. I'll put it in a more organized manner. The system of killing 2 people who are unwanted by the village each year requires 3 elements. The first element is a solidary region. It was created during the long time and unique history of Hinamizawa. The villagers' bonds became even tighter during the dam conflict. That is one of the conditions for a place to have a curse. It's not an element that can be created, it is an element that's already in the region. The next element is having the same moral standards. This is a very important element, and the curse won't happen without this. Also, this element was created by Sonozaki, Oryu herself. And that is why Oryu can claim that this system was established by her own will. Having the same moral standards mean everyone everywhere acknowledges the enemy. Even when everyone in the village joins together, it's meaningless. They don't all acknowledge the enemy. During the dam conflict, Sonozaki Oryu made the enemy very clear for everyone to understand. You can't just say that you don't want the damn construction, that the government is your enemy. That's not clear enough. The government really doesn't pinpoint who the enemy is. But Oryu said the damn construction was bad. The construction site manager was bad. She chose targets that the villagers could clearly see. That's clear and easy to understand. The villagers acknowledged that everyone at the damn construction site was their enemy, and their leader, the construction site manager, was the enemy commander. Using the same method, Oryu labeled whoever opposed the village as enemies of the village. It was like printing a list of enemies in the villagers' minds. Smart. I called it spreading out earlier. The people who are infected by this idea are the people who actually unconsciously give them orders to commit murder. When the idea spreads all over the village, when all the Hinamizawa's residents acknowledge the same enemy, that's when Hinamizawa becomes the murderer. Or you combined with those two elements, having the same moral standards in a solitary region, selected the enemy and spread it throughout the village. The law punishes the one who committed the crime and the one who gave the order. But Oryu's system doesn't require an order. Oryu just has to become concerned about the enemy she has pre-selected. But this doesn't cause the curse to take place. Oryu's concern is like a safety device, and even when the safety device is off, the curse won't occur unless there's a finger to pull the trigger. The last necessary element is to set a date for execution. That's the night of Watanagashi. It's a night to worship Oyashiro-sama, the guardian god of Hinamizawa. On this night, the curse of Oyashiro-sama falls upon two enemies of the village, and they disappear. Everyone in the village acknowledged that fact. In other words, if the same incident took place on any of the other 364 nights in the year, it would be a murder case. But if it happened on the night of Watanagashi, then it would transform into the curse of Oyashiro-sama. It's almost like the idea that villagers are allowed to kill their enemies on the night of Watanagashi is spread among the villagers. The villagers are the cells of this huge creature called Hinamizawa, and each cell is taught who the enemy is. And a set date is basically to go sign for whoever is in the best position to kill the enemy. That's the truth about the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Therefore, the one who actually killed Satoshi isn't my enemy. The one who set this mysterious system and the one who named Satoshi's family as the enemy is my enemy, which is Oryu. That is who did it. Maybe I can even say that Hinamizawa, the system of the curse of Oyashiro-sama itself, is my enemy. I already killed Grandma, the one who built the system. Kimiyoshi, the one whose job it is to spread the system among the villagers, is already in my hands. I just have to find out who else was involved and how much. It's like pulling a weed, being very careful not to break its roots. I announced that Maibara Keiichi was one of the people who snuck into the shrine storage. I'm sure that has already spread among the dark side of the villagers. That means Maibara Keiichi is now subject of the curse of Oyashiro-sama now. Takano and Tomitake were found dead. They were killed in gruesome ways. That was the curse of Oyashiro-sama. In that case, they can demon away two more people as sacrifices to calm the anger of Oyashiro-sama. The set date for the curse is already over. But just like what happened to Satoshi, demoning away has a little extra time. Something will happen to Maibara Keiichi within a few days. I'll wait patiently, carefully not to let my enemy just take Maibara Keiichi my bait. Keiichi has been yelling on the other end of the phone for a while now. He keeps yelling that he didn't want to go into the shrine storage. He claims he was simply involved by Takano and me. He shouldn't be in danger for that. He's feeling a sense of crisis and tension. It's going to work. Well, a lively bait is easy to spot. It's all your fault. I didn't want any part of this. What are you going to do? What are we doing? How are you going to take this responsibility? Huh? Are you Shut up. I've heard enough of your pitiful crying. I hang up the phone. There's no point in talking to him when he isn't like this. Besides, I've already achieved my goal, which was to make him realize he's in danger. I take a deep breath, then call the house of the village leader. Yes, Kimiyoshi residence. This is Sonozaki. So, did you find the village leader? Oh, it's you, Mio. We've been calling everyone, but no luck. Wow. Oh, fuck off. We can't find him. I don't know who else to call. I wonder where he is. We've called a few places too, but nothing. I talked to Grandma. She says we should have a youth group look for him. At this time of day? Besides, we aren't sure if he's missing, in fact. It's right after Watanagashi. She thinks we should take care of the matter rather cautiously. If the youth group can find him, then we should call the police first thing in the morning. We'd rather not get the police involved unless we really have to, though. Did you say that? Yes. If you don't believe me, I'll have her get on the phone. Oh no, I understand. Okay, let's gather the youth group and look for them. If they can't find him, we'll call the police in the morning. Please call the leader of the youth group then. I'll be right over there in place of Grandma. Thank you. I'll get everyone together right away. Okay. See you later. The youth group has gathered at the Furude Shrine. They're going to try and find the village leader. I have to go in place of Grandma, too. Just to be mean, I stopped by the underground torture room to let the village leader know that I'm headed to the Furude Shrine to search for him. By the way, according to the tab on the keychain, this underground torture room is called the Underground Shrine Storage. This is the man who is yelling that whoever trespasses on the shrine storage should be killed. Although it is an underground shrine storage, he is here now, atoning for what he has done. It is truly ironic. However, maybe I'm the only one who feels that way. Father Kimiyoshi, how are you doing? Clink. Kimiyoshi doesn't say a word, but he makes a noise with the chain. Everyone is fussing because they can't find you. Your family called me, so I suggested to gather a youth group and look for you. I'm heading over there now. Is this sarcasm or what? Kimiyoshi can only make noise with the chain. He can't even express any emotion other than anguish. Is the chain too short? Why don't I make it longer every time you give me an answer to my question? If it's a little longer, you'll feel better. Kimiyoshi's hands are tied behind his back with a tight wire. He is wearing a leather collar with a chain, which is tied around his neck, too. The chain on the collar is on a pulley that's attached to the ceiling, and the chain has tightly pulled him up towards it. Fuck! The chain is very short and tight. Kimiyoshi has to be on tiptoe to be able to breathe. He has been like this for almost an hour. He's already exhausted. If I leave him overnight, he'll probably end up hanging himself. You told me earlier that you don't know, but I'll ask you one more time. Please tell me anything you know about Hojo Satoshi. Oh, sorry. You can't even talk, can you? Okay, I'll loosen the chain a little while we chat. I turn the pulley just a little, and loosen the chain that's pulling Kimiyoshi's neck. Kimiyoshi's heels finally touch the ground and he tries to relax his muscles. I really don't know, Shion. I really don't. Don't you even know if he is dead or alive? I really don't know anything. Well, I guess that's how the curse system of Hinamizawa works. It's possible you really don't know anything. Okay then, I'll change the question. As the leader of the Kimiyoshi family, I would like you to tell me what you think has happened to Satoshi. Is Satoshi dead or alive? Kimiyoshi doesn't know what to say. If he says he doesn't know, I'll tighten the chain and leave the room. That would be like a death sentence to him. But I only said I want him to speak as the leader of the Kimiyoshi family. I didn't ask him to tell the truth. But he doesn't know how to say things correctly, so he won't make me angry. It's obvious he's trying to figure out how to make me extend the chain. I've heard a rumor that he may be alive. How about him going to Tokyo on a bullet train, right? The police have seen him in Tokyo, or something like that. Oishi has told me that he has been witnessed getting on a bullet train heading to Tokyo at Nagoya Station. But the police don't know if that really happened, or what happened to Satoshi after that. Therefore, this is simply a random speech of Kimiyoshi. Hey, leader of the Kimiyoshi family. What's the point of letting you of the cursed family members live after going through the trouble of making him disappear? I don't think there is any reason. Besides, who gave you the information? I was in close contact with Oishi for a while, but he never mentioned that to me. Father, if you're just saying that to make me happy, that doesn't work. You know that, don't you? I reach for the pulley and then Kimiyoshi panics. Sorry, I'm not trying to make you angry, Shion. I'm sorry. I don't have time for this. I'm simply asking you to help me look for Satoshi, that's all. I know that. I'll answer you. I pull my hand away from the pulley. When Kimiyoshi sees that, he moans while he thinks. Frankly, do you think he is alive or dead? Or do you think he is alive or dead? I think you shouldn't think he is alive. That's right. There is no point to let him live, alright? I agree with you. I really didn't mean anything too deep, but what I said truly scares Kimiyoshi. The police think he ran using the money he saved to buy Satoko's birthday present, because he was the suspect of his aunt's murder. What do you think about that? But I heard that the suspect was some kind of drug addict. What do you think about that? Alright, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I believe Satoshi is the suspect. The drug addict is probably a decoy Grandma arranged. I suspected as much. This guy appeared out of nowhere. I didn't understand. So he was a decoy. I'm pretty sure. Why did you think, though? The police were investigating the case and Satoshi was a suspect, right? If he was going to be demoned away, she didn't want the police to continue the investigation, I guess. What Kimiyoshi is saying is very interesting. He is right. If the police continued the investigation, it would complicate things for whoever demoned away Satoshi. Therefore, Grandma came up with a decoy to end the investigation. Clever. But fabricating a suspect can't be that easy, don't you agree? Only Oryu can do things like that. I knew Grandma was very powerful in the dark side. But I never knew she was that powerful. I'm sure you've heard quite a few rumors during the dam conflict. Didn't you also hear things directly? I've actually seen relatives talk about destroying heavy equipment and trying to set up inspection spots during the dam conflict. As a result, they set free their comrades from the police, came up with alibis, destroyed or forged evidence. I've seen relatives do those things, as well as Grandma calling in assemblymen to the house to protest. As a child, I was pretty impressed. But when I think back now, it was more than that. She is truly the mastermind who controls the dark world. You've heard about the kidnapping case of the grandson of the minister, right? So it was really a kidnapping, huh? I heard the grandson was demoned away and then found in the middle of the mountains in Taketsudo or Yaguchi. That was commanded by Oryu. The minister promised to stop the dam construction and the grandson was released. All the top people of the ex-guardians now know that. I guess I was right in the middle of it when it was happening, but I didn't notice that. Grandma, the three families, and the ex-guardians are truly magnificent, huh? How scary. Kimiyoshi finally realizes the situation he is in now, and he's answering my questions. That makes me happy, but the more Kimiyoshi tells me the truth, the more I realize Satoshi is really dead. That makes me very sad. Who actually demoned away Satoshi? I don't know. We are never to ask who actually executes Oryu's orders. That's right. That's how the system works. That was a bad question. Whoever did it did a great job. Because his body hasn't been found. That's not easy. Putting aside who actually killed him, it was possible Oryu has helped to get rid of his body. You know about the well further down from here. The one used to dump bodies, right? Yeah, you're right. It's a lot safer to dump a body in a well than to bury it somewhere in the mountains. Whoever disappears becomes a sacrifice to calm Oyashiro-sama's anger. That's the rule of this game. Therefore, the bodies must never be discovered. That's why the bodies have to be dumped somewhere nobody can find them. That's very possible. Then Satoshi is at the bottom of that well. I grab a flashlight and head to the huge cave with the cells. As I turn the lights in the cave, Mio notices me and looks at me worriedly. I ignore her and head to the cell with the hidden well. I'm very impressed by how well they hid this well. Thank you. It's almost artistic. I shine the flashlight at the bottom of the well. There's no way of knowing how deep this well is. The light of the flashlight isn't strong enough to reach the bottom. I inhale, then scream into the well. Satoshi! Satoshi! Satoshi's name echoes again and again. Obviously, this is a very deep well. I think of climbing down the well using the wedges on the wall. But with the flashlight on my neck, I can't light my footing properly. And even if there's enough lighting, I don't even know if the wedges are sturdy enough. Yeah, fuck, it would be like committing suicide. No shit, I would not want to go down there. Fuck that. I don't care what's down there. Oh, not worth it. Satoshi is at the bottom of this well? That's when I feel it. A warm hand rubs my head, for sure. Damn, Shion. You finally found me. Satoshi. I've been looking for you for a long time. I'm sorry I couldn't find you while you were still alive. Sorry. It's not your fault, Shion. There's nothing you could have done before I was killed. But you did everything you could after I was dead. Satoshi, I want to join you. I'm coming right now. I'm going to jump, so catch me. No, you're stupid. Satoshi smiles bitterly. I'm saddened to see him reject me. Shion, I'm happy that you found me. But you are alive, Shion. It's so important to be alive. You can't waste your life. If you aren't here, I don't want to live. I want to be with you, Satoshi. I want to be close to you. I want you to rub my head again. I want to spend time with you. I'll be a good girl. I want to be with you. Live. Do I have to? Live and enjoy your life, okay? What's so fun about living alone? You'll find out, so long as you're alive. To live. I will live. I will live. The Yuri well now feels warm. I wasn't allowed to come down to the bottom. But the edge of this well is the place where you and I can come close. Oh, that was nice and depressing. Now I have a sad feeling in my chest. Sad feelings. Mion, Satoshi. I found him. He is at the bottom of the well, right? I think so. I can't think of anywhere else. Mion starts to sob. You weren't there when Satoshi was killed, right? No. If you were there, would you have begged Grandma to forgive him? Yes. I would have begged her to let him live. Liar. Huh? You liar! On that day a year ago, I remember how cruel Mion was when she forced me to rip out my nails, acting as the next leader. She ripped out her own, you heartless bitch! Don't talk about how she didn't want your happiness. Even if she was there when Satoshi was killed, she wouldn't have stopped being the next leader. Satoshi was brought to the torture room. When he saw Mion, I'm sure he thought she would save him. Even as he heard the death sentence from the leader, I'm sure he looked at Mion and believed that she would save him. He believed Mion was acting that way only because she was with her relatives. He believed she would help him, but she didn't do anything. He was on a restraining device, yet she still wouldn't do anything. Mion was relentless. Mion, isn't it about time to help me? I see. That's right. You're with the rest of the family members, so you can't even show a hint of passiveness. No way. Help him! Help him! Why? Why didn't you help him? You saw him looking at you, begging to help him. What, didn't you? Why didn't you help him? Even when he was going through a rough time because of his mean aunt, you didn't help him. You pretended to sympathize, but you didn't help him. You ignored him. He was cornered because you didn't help him. I tried to support him. Even when you didn't protect him from killing his aunt, I did. I sacrificed myself to fight for him. 3 nails were nothing. But it wasn't enough to rescue Satoshi. I couldn't help him. Do you know why? Because I was Shion then. Shion was kept away from Hinabizawa and nobody told me anything. I couldn't know anything. But you were different. You were Mion. And you were right in the middle of everything, and you knew everything, and everyone told you everything. If I were you, I could have helped Satoshi. I would have, but you were Mion. Give it back, Mion. That name isn't just yours. It is mine, too. Besides, it was mine to begin with, right? I just let you be Mion, remember? It was mine. Give it back to me. Give my name back. I can't stand you to even look like Mion. If I was the Mion then. Ah! I kick the grate and I kick it again and again. Oh. Oh. No. Oh. No. Oh, now I even feel worse. For both of them. Fuck. So, theoretically, she owns the older of the twins. When they were separated. When the tattoo, so she got it when it was actually supposed to be Shion. Or, in this case, Mion that was supposed to get it. That makes sense. Which is why Shion holds such resentment towards Mion, and why Mion is a lot more wanting to give her everything and be more fair. Because she probably feels sad about that incident. She feels like she stole it from her, probably. And that it's not fair. Damn. That sucks. That sucks. And that's for both of them that it sucks. It's a shitty situation. Mion curls up fearfully in the back of the cell, as if she was trying to avoid the grate from crashing down onto her. Damn. Note, page 188. After that, I joined the youth group in the search for Kimiyoshi. I called every home list on the village phone directory and searched the vicinity. It seemed that everybody thought that they wouldn't find him, but since I definitely knew that they would never find him, it was just bothersome. Everybody was still enthusiastically looking for him after midnight. I bore the sleepiness, yawning. Then I heard somebody whisper, "Last year, we did the same thing when Hojo Satoshi went missing. The youth group is looking for someone who is never to be found, just like last year." I was yawning because I knew this. There must have been some people who were also yawning and grinning inside last year. When did we stop searching last year, do you remember? When Hojo Satoshi was missing? What time was it? I guess that was around midnight. It's already 2 in the morning. Although they spent this much time searching for Kimiyoshi, they didn't do that when Satoshi was missing. That's right, that's because some people didn't think they'd find him. They must have been sleepy. They must have said they should leave it to the police. Fuck. I want to kill those who said that. Damn. So theoretically, Shion in Okinomiya is the original Mion. And Mion in Hinamizawa is actually Shion. Hmm. That makes kind of sense, though. Because Shion's a lot colder, and I would say that she's definitely more fit to be a leader. To take Oryu's spot. Much colder. Darker. And I don't know if that changed because she didn't get her birthright, and I think she holds that still against her. I think she does. Whether she says she does or doesn't, she holds it against her. I think that's definitely why she hates Mion. Or should I say Shion so much. God, that's gonna be so fucking confusing. I'll just stick to their regular names as I know them. That she'll hold that against Mion because for the rest of her life. She'll never get over it because I guarantee you she wanted it. Because once that happened, then she was kind of just outcasted. Which sucks. It really does. It puts them both in a terrible situation. Then no one wins. So after my mood is completely crushed for the good day, I think I'm going to call it a good day. I'm going to call it here. Because now I'm depressed. Again. That sucks. But I didn't see that coming, though. God, I feel bad for Mio now. She has to take the burden when she didn't even have to. She didn't want to. She didn't think she was going to. And now she feels guilty for it. And will always feel guilty for it. Which is why she always constantly tries to make up for it. Damn. I'm gonna call it here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And have a great day. All I know is I'm not having a great day anymore. Oh, I'll finish this game soonish, probably. I don't know even how long is left. I've been just cranking out recordings after recordings. It's great. I'm not complaining.